From recent feedback, candidates passed Splunk Enterprise Certified Admin exam with Passcert latest SPLK-1003 Real Dumps. It contains 138 practice test questions and answers that you will see in the real test. If you can study well in our SPLK-1003 exam dumps, you also can pass your exam successfully. Question 1. How is data handled by Splunk during the input phase of the data ingestion process? A. Data is treated as streams. B. Data is broken up into events. C. Data is initially written to disk. D. Data is measured by the license meter. Answer: A. Question 2. Which of the following is accurate regarding the input phase? A. Breaks data into events with timestamps. B. Applies event-level transformations. C. Fine-tunes metadata. D. Performs character encoding. Answer: D. Question 3. Which Splunk forwarder type allows parsing of data before forwarding to an indexer? A. Universal forwarder. B. Parsing forwarder. C. Heavy forwarder. D. Advanced forwarder. Answer: C. Question 4. In which scenario would a Splunk administrator want to enable data integrity check when creating an index? A. To ensure that hot buckets are still open for writes and have not been forced to roll to a cold state. B. To ensure that configuration files have not been tampered with for auditing and/or legal purposes. C. To ensure that user passwords have not been tampered with for auditing and/or legal purposes. D. To ensure that data has not been tampered with for auditing and/or legal purposes. Answer: D. Question 5. You update a props conference file while Splunk is running. You do not restart Splunk and you run this command: Splunk BT001 props list, debug. What will the output be? A. List of all the configurations on disk that Splunk contains. B. A verbose list of all configurations as they were when Splunk started. C. A list of props conference configurations as they are on disk along with a file path from which the configuration is located. D. A list of the current running props conference configurations along with a file path from which the configuration was made. Answer: C. Question 6. Which Splunk component requires a forwarder license? A. Search head. B. Heavy forwarder. C. Heaviest forwarder. D. Universal forwarder. Answer: B. Question 7. Using the CLI on the forwarder, how could the current forwarder to indexer configuration be viewed? A. Splunk btool server list, debug. B. Splunk list forward indexer. C. Splunk List Forward Server. D. Splunk btool Indexes List. Debug. Answer. C. Question 8. Which feature in Splunk allows event breaking, timestamp extractions, and any advanced configurations found in props con to be validated all through the UI? A. Apps. B. Search. C. Data preview. D. Forwarder inputs. Answer. C. Question 9. A new forwarder has been installed with a manually created deployment client. Conference. What is the next step to enable the communication between the forwarder and the deployment server? A. Restart Splunk on the deployment server. B. Enable the deployment client in Splunk Web under forwarder management. C. Restart Splunk on the deployment client. D. Wait for up to the time set in the phone home interval in SEX setting. Answer. A. Question 10. Which Splunk configuration file is used to enable data integrity checking? A. Props. Con. B. Global. Con. C. Indexes. Con. D. Data_integrity. Con. Answer. C.